What up, Gotti? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right, good. We all good. Now look, we all good for now. You see what I'm saying? Um, that's why I ain't really been going on this one really lately. It's because the last couple times I went up is so you circling, right? And then I'm talking damn near 2 or 3 minutes. I'm thinking I'm getting good. You know what I mean? And I'm looking down at the comments and it's, we can't hear you no more. You on mute. So I'm like, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But shit, that's, you know what I'm saying? But right now it looks like it might be working okay. What's up, Pimp and Teddy? Like I say, you know what I'm saying? Whoever want them halos, you know what I'm saying, with them gold letters, you know, with them gold letters, just get in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, but we just really gotta push this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's just gonna, you know, it's gonna make all the difference in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. You know, come on one accord. Separate what they say, the lie from the jive shit. All right, so where the fails go, one order way. You know, Pamula. So that's the thing, y'all. That's the thing, y'all. Separating the game from the, like I say, I'm to the point now, they can have the game, right? As far as the game is concerned. It's a lot deeper to me than just the game. That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? They can have the game. Hold on. It ain't even the same way it was, Dre Weezy. Pumula, what it do? We can't hear you. You on mute. See, I think now by now if he jumps down, I hope it don't put me on mute. If it put me on mute, y'all. Pumula. Oh shit, here we go. I'm gonna take him down. Y'all can hear him? Okay, look. Pumula.
What's the deal, P? What's the
Ah,
deal?
there we go. What's up, man? How you doing?
Shit, just chilling. Just came from the club, trying to see what was outside. Just going fishing for a minute. It wasn't too much, but I threw my bait out there, and yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That's all you got
Okay.
to do. Make your little presence. You feel me, P?
Okay, so you going fishing early in the morning, put your pole out there, put your feet up, you know what I'm saying, chicken, kicking the lawn chair. If you see the pole moving, you'll go back to reel it
Yeah.
in, huh?
You feel me, P? Look, hey, tell me. I'm gonna keep it real P with you, bro. Like, I stopped
Right,
wearing. I took off all my jewelry for a whole week. And
right,
I was just trying to be regular for a minute, and I said, let me, cause for it's crazy, bro. Cause as a P niggas been a P since like on some official shit since like 2013, and like niggas always been on
right,
some like you know what I mean, on some like I don't want to say on some flashy shit, but I always like had the nicest cars, niggas had the jewelry and all that. But something
right.
clicked in my mind, like nigga, like you don't need to do that. Like something in my mind told me, like nigga. You don't need to have niggas asking you questions all the time. You don't need bitches always just thinking you got money. Like motherfuckers just gotta see you for who you is. So like for a week, nigga, like I took all my shit off for once, and I was a regular nigga. But I realized, nigga, when I was in Walmart the other night, there was a bad little bitch, and a nigga was able to knock the bitch without none of this shit on. So to me, it told me
Well,
like,
see, go ahead, go ahead.
it to me it showed me like nigga, it ain't the jewelry, it ain't none of that it ain't none of that makes the man. It's the man who makes all that shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just pure. It's in you, not on you. You feel me? So like it
And,
made me
and you
it
saw
made
the, and you, go ahead.
no, but I was just gonna just say it made me realize, nigga, I don't need none of this to like impress the bitches. Like it goes to show me like it just from the natural organic roots what I got inside of me that I'm able to just knock them without the shit. They don't even know what I got and the bitches are already charmed in. You feel me?
Now, don't that feel like you just unlocked a whole nother superpower? You see what I'm saying? Like I know how, and I know the feeling because, like you say, now I get it. It's not just slick talk. If it's in you, it's in you, and that's where I'm saying when I go back to the religion, it's
Hmm.
spiritual. You didn't even, you know what I'm saying? And that was your way. So in a way, that's like fasting in a sense, right? So you have to go out. I'm gonna take off my jewelry, out everything that's making me feel that I need, right? And that's what you did, and out of faith, right? And just and you believe in yourself, but then even still with that, right? Was it even more, if we're gonna be honest, was it more of you knocking this bitch or more of her choosing?
You know what? I want to say the bitch was choosing because I'm gonna keep it P with you, P. I
Or
feel as though
something.
I know for a fact. I know the bitch probably got somebody or got a nigga or some whoopty whoop. At the end of the day, she was choosing. She was out of pocket because at the moment, nigga ain't had none of this shit on. So I ain't got nothing to glorify, nothing for you to be like, oh my god, let me get up on this nigga. It was just pure game that the bitch was just attracted and she wanted to know a lot more about what I got going on. So to me, I feel as though the bitch had a nigga. But at the end of the day, I feel like the bitch wanted more out of me. I feel like the bitch wanted me to like, hey, what's your number? Da 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 da. But I had to keep shit playing. Let the bitch know like I'm not that thirsty on a bitch. Like you know what I'm saying? Like she gave me her name. She's like, well, I just want to let you know my name is such and such. Woo woo. I was like, well, I'm Dre Weezy. You know what I mean? And I just left it at that. I didn't get her number and none of that. But it was just like you said. It was like fasting. It showed me that I don't need the trophies and none of that to impress a bitch. It's all on just the natural organic ism that you just have blessed in you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. So now let me ask you this, Weezy. Let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, by experiencing what you experienced, right? Because to me, this is like you giving testimony, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so for you to have experienced what you've experienced, would you say, right, that this should be looked at more like the game, right, or a religion,
I want to say it looks more like a religion. Well, because when I say the game,
or
every
spiritual at least? Go ahead.
I want to say a real spiritual religion. The reason why, because the game, everybody think they could play the game, and when I say they think they could play the game, any nigga could put on some jewelry and pretend like he a P, but nigga, you're really not one. You know what I'm saying? But when you like, when you for really, when you really about this shit, and this is your life. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say this is not, to keep it real, Peter, when I say this is spiritual religion, nigga, it's really in you. It's not. It ain't
That's what
something
I'm
that you.
saying.
It ain't something you can just wake up one morning and hear a rap song and be like, oh, this nigga Ralphie the Plug, he's speaking some ism. I want to be a P. No, nigga, you have to be born a P, nigga. It has to be really in your motherfucking like in your blood, nigga. This is really a trait. This not everybody possesses this trait. You feel what I'm saying? Not everybody. I don't say we're not humans, but we different. We
Because
different.
because because what makes it so vicious, because that trait you're talking about, we didn't even know what it was, knew it had a name, know anything. It's just something that we know where we've always been.
Mm,
And that's what I'm getting at. See, I don't even know, and that's why I'm gonna pull y'all up that want to come up, and that's why I really, it's a way of life. I mean, people, religion's a way of life. But what I'm saying, y'all, we gotta look at it more for what it is, because the reason why I keep pushing is religion, 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 because like I say, you know, that that alone, the religion is what gets things pardoned, right? Like, what I'm saying, certain laws, right? Yeah, it's my religious beliefs, right? So they can't, get, and that's the thing. And that's the thing, and that's really true essence of game. People, what Kanye say, we are self-conscious, right? He's coming up telling the truth. I want to see if it really is in me. How many of y'all gonna do that? You know what I mean? And this as far as like something else, right? What I've learned, okay, we might feel like, oh, I want the balls, I want the foul, I want this, I want the, right? Something, I'm gonna pull all the hoes, right? Sometimes when we have that, that's intimidating to them, right? So that makes us, so that pushes them away, in a sense, or that makes us, so bitch, you see what I'm pulling up in, right? They know that that's how we're thinking, so you know what they think. I ain't finna show this nigga no attention. He gonna have to talk to me. That type of shit. Sometimes it works against us. You know what I mean? Sometimes we had a jury have all this type of shit to impress the bitch. But then if it's a whole real, she's gonna be like, I didn't get that. I don't care. It's another hoe. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we be thinking we're doing, and it's actually working against us. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Just sometimes, that's how it is. You be brand new car, fresh off the lot. How come this shit ain't working like I thought? You know what I'm saying? Because the bitch wants to prove to you that your car ain't impressing me, type shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I
Mm-hmm.
say, what you did and what you was able to experience, right? Um, that's good. That's good. And I definitely will keep that up. You see what I definitely will keep that up. You
Not
know,
rush.
or you said she was looking at you a certain way, right? Okay, now so for example, now your hoes are supposed to be hoes, they're supposed to be, however, they're still women, right? So she might have thought that her even talking to you in the first place was a lot for her, right? So even though that you like, bitch, I want you to choose, right? She may have not have been that mature in her hoeing, for one, right? But then another thing that she could have really felt like maybe you didn't like her. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it be that fine, fine line because she might have really felt like, oh, yeah, he ain't fucking with me. I'm already talking to him. What else he want me to? That type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts, and that's facts. And like the thing is, niggas be trying to. I don't want to say niggas be trying to play hard to get, but I try to, like you said, I try to play like bitch. Not try to play because it's true, bitch. You can't impress me. A square bitch cannot impress me because bitch, like a square bitch is a square bitch. A square bitches really don't know who I am. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean. They gonna think I'm just like a regular typical square nigga, but like at the end of the day, it's like, bitch, I'm not finna chase you because I got bitches seeing me that look way better than you or they're on the same level as you. You feel me? But you don't know all that though. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna try to work my game and see what's happening with you, what your mentality's like, and see if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna throw my bait in the water and see if you gonna catch this bait and see if you know what I mean, willing to choose and make the best decision. You know.
Okay. So leaks for the feet. So just for an example, you know, do Christians live a way of life? I'm a Christian. I got what would Jesus do? Like, do Muslims live their way of life? You see what I'm saying? Religion is still every religion lives their way of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's compared to a religion. So that's why I'm just saying religion as far as not calling it the game, right? But I'm really speaking of should it be more spiritual? You see what I'm saying? Let me see, leaks for the feet. Uh, Mr. Put a cast on. I tried to let. Oh, I already pulled him up, and he got me circle. Mr. Cast on and said, "I don't agree. Let me hear." Okay, and that was just leaks for the feet. What's up?
What's up with y'all? Top of it.
Top of
Top
it.
of it, man.
Go ahead, leaks. Come on, you in the
Okay,
comments
so
want to go against
basically,
everything I say, leaks. Come on, let me go. What's up, bro?
I know you've been waiting on me, so yeah, I'm gonna speak. You feel me? I
Right.
mean, I'm not saying like I'm just a master of the game or whatever. I'm not coming in saying I'm just the best pimp ever or whatever the case may be. I'm just going off my perspective. That's all I can go off of. I feel like what you saying is right. I feel like because at the end of the day, like you say, Christians follow a way of life and they go off faith and they go off their belief of what they believe, and they not seeking the oh we going to heaven and this and that. They going off the faith of God and basically of how they feel, and that's just the faith that they believe. In this game, we taking it the same way. We going off the rules and the regulations of it. We're not looking for the materials. We're not looking for that. That come with just following the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Benefits,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's gonna come when you following the game. You gonna get your bag. You feel me? You gonna see traps. You gonna elevate. That's just what come with it.
Okay. Were you in the VIP live? Just a couple when we was just going live in the VIP. Was you in there?
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
Oh
look.
man.
So let me ask you this then, okay? Can the pimp be a pimp and the hoe be the hoe, right? And within the law of the knowledge of pimp and within the law of the knowledge of being a hoe, okay, can they stay within those laws, but not reverence the laws of the game. So can a pimp and a hoe be a pimp and a hoe and not be of the game?
That wouldn't make sense because that's the
Well,
only way
what
to
I'm
be a
saying is,
pimp and a hoe is by following the game. I
okay,
feel
so
like
what came first? Did the game come before the pimp and the hoe, or did the pimp? What came first?
the game.
Okay, so if we're gonna be realistic, right? If the game came first, okay, and the game is pimping and hoeing, right? So how did it come before the pimp was able to make the hoe?
Because how would the pimping even become okay? Look at I'm basically answering your question with basically how I feel. How would the pimping even become the pimping unless he found the game? You got to find the game in order to become the pimping on some real shit. You can't
Okay,
just
now,
become the,
This is a good
okay, look,
question. I ain't
now
gonna
did he
lie.
find the game? Look, now did he find the game, right? Or did he find his pimping?
both.
The pimp guy versus the game guy. You see what I'm saying? The pimp guy.
Damn.
Look, you and that bitch got to submit to the pimping every day. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel like sometimes we've been misled by a lot of slick talk from the game versus what we're supposed to just be doing in the pimping and hoeing. Because it's not that hard. It's not that like a complex of a thing. But the
Say
game's
P, can I
gonna
say
say
something?
this. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Say one thing. I think I know. Let's say a normal person gonna see a street, right? And then they'll say it as, oh yeah, that's the street right there, right? But a pimp gonna see like, oh, okay, I see traffic right here. You know what I'm saying? I see a bar right there. I see this right here. Man, I'm gonna turn this to a fucking blade, right? Put the bitch down
Mm-hmm.
on that motherfucker and be like, hey, bitch, here go the game right here. You want to make some money? Put you on this blade. Now, what came first? Because technically, that pimp opened that blade and gave the game to that bitch. So technically,
So
that nigga did find his pimping.
right, but he only found his pimping. Why? Because the hoe brought him his ING flashlight. You see what I'm saying?
That
And
That's
part.
that's
the
why I
thing.
said both because it's
But
like you basically saying you finding yourself.
so now watch this. So now once I found myself leaks, right? Now watch this. So if I found my pimping, right? Now she's the hoeing, right? Why couldn't it have stopped there? Then did we call it the game after that? You see what I'm saying? Like in a sense of, okay, I found a pimping from home, right? Now I'm the only one pimping, the only one home. Now, oh shit, here goes some other of my kind doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So now did that make it the game because of competition? Oh, I got the better car, I got the better clothes. You see what I'm saying? Did that make it the game?
Mm-hmm.
Versus just regular the rules and fundamentals of what this shit is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, the fundamentals of what this shit is to prosper, nigga, going to another level. Like make something up, make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their opinions, but I don't want to say the game don't last forever. But while you in the game, you need to like open
But your
up new
religion
avenues.
does. But your
I was gonna
religion, but
say
your spirit does. See, and
if the
look, because
game
I'm
always
interrupt, but like,
changing, how can it not last forever? If it's always changing.
because the game changes, but the pimping don't. That's what I'm saying. So look, like Dre Weezy said, right? Really, if y'all heard what Dre Weezy was saying, he was really saying he found his pimping.
Mm-hmm.
That had nothing to do with the game because the
Yeah,
game
he
was
found his
telling him that he
pimping.
needed the jewels and cars and clothes the whole time. The game was telling him he had to knock the bitch.
Mm-hmm. You gotta
That's what I'm
trust the
saying,
bitch.
y'all.
Yeah, you don't gotta do all that.
Because how you see what I'm saying? Because look, the slick talk, this what y'all trying to do. Show is trying to see the ways we've been misled, right? And in the slick talk, how many deaths or you know what I'm saying? How many people done time or bad shit didn't happen? All because of trying to follow the rules of the game versus following the rules of your people and our own.
Fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
That's why when I say shit'll be more like a religion than a game, because the game gonna have you doing whatever the players, quote unquote, in the game is competing.
Yeah.
So if the value, unless you're going to retire, you see what I'm saying? So if the value of the game changed with the players, if before we know it was important to be this way and that way, but now since the players changed, but the game remains the same. Right? Okay, well now the players changed, but the game remains the same. But then even still, the game ain't the same because the rules changed.
Mm-hmm.
The game as we know is pimping and hoeing, which used to be a law. Pimping is a law, right? Now that is not law no more. That's something else. So the game did change. We used to laugh at the dope dealers and shit because we say, man, y'all making that money, but you taking all them felony years, you about to go to jail forever. Pimping, this is felony money with misdemeanor charges. Now we getting
Mm-hmm.
caught, we getting life. And the bitch still doing what you see what I'm saying? And why am I pushing the religion one more time? It's because that'll be the only thing that'll be able to pardon this shit. To make it not even legal. See, oh, how could we make the game? It ain't never gonna be the same in that way. But through certain religious beliefs, then laws don't apply. I'm a Muslim, so that don't count. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to give my kid this vaccination because we don't believe it in it. Okay, because of religious beliefs.
That part.
And it's
So
crazy that
that's
you.
what I'm on. Go ahead,
It's
go ahead.
crazy. It's crazy that you say you're a Muslim, cause bro, like I don't know everybody up on game, but I'm a Moorish American. You feel me?
No,
And
I'm not
you
a
know,
Muslim. I was using that as an example. I was probably just talking fast. All right, go ahead.
oh, okay, yeah. But I was just saying, like, nigga, I'm a Moorish American, like, nigga, like a lot of niggas be like, oh, I'm black African American, whoopie whoop. But just like even with this ism, like you said, it's a religion. Even my religion that I represent is Islam. I self law and master, and ism. You know what I'm saying? That's part of that's a little abbreviation from Islam. You know what I'm saying? ISM. You know, I am self master. You know what I'm saying? All and it can mean all different other types of stuff. But when I say I am self master,
Look,
meaning that I
keep
control
lying.
everything. You feel me?
I'm about to fuck him up with this, y'all. Since you want to be like, see, look, so, look. Now
Hey,
watch this.
top of it. Can y'all hear
Top
me?
of it. Top of it.
Hold on, Cast. Hold on,
Man,
Cast. On how
top
you
of the
doing?
game to you
Hold on,
gentlemen,
hold on,
man.
hold on. Hold on top of it. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now watch this. Now, ism, right? Now, ism, right? Spell ISM, and definitely it's in the dictionary, and it means like a philosophy or whatever, right? So it's different type of ism. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now, now you did the math. I mean, you did the letters on that, right? Now watch this. Tell me what P is.
What'd you say, bro?
What'd you say?
Tell me what pen means. What's the letters for pen?
You said for
Power.
pimp.
Yeah. PIMP. You did ISM. What's
Uh-huh.
PIMP?
Yeah, the I am in it.
Man, no, it's power. I mastered power.
I master
Pimping,
power.
pimping, power. I master power. I now
Mm-hmm.
vicious. Ism. Look, you like that one better, huh, Lily? What I'm saying, the pimping. You talking about ism? What about pimping?
No, that's it.
That is what this ism and this religion is. Because there's all type of isms. This is why
Mm-hmm.
we have to make it what it is. So now power, I master power. I'm now God, right? Now remember, the seven
Yeah.
members are really, it's really only 9 numbers, right? So if that's the
Mm-hmm.
case, right? We know the seventh number, seventh letter is G. We know that's God. Okay. Now what's the second seven? It's 16. That's the
Mm-hmm.
P. So that's how the P is a God. The P is the God letter. The P is power.
Yeah.
So now,
Power. Yeah. And that's powerful right there. That's something strong. I mean, nigga, that's strong leadership. I mean, you are the master of all control. You feel me? The CEO.
you know, it gets deep. Let me finish this. Let me just put a cast on it 1 second. Now watch this. So now if the second G is a P, it's a 16, right? So that's still a God letter. So if we're gonna break it down, then now the P becomes a G. So now pimping is God. I mastered God. I'm now God. So that's what I'm saying. It's a religion. The game, Allah, master, everything. So God, right? There's all type of games, all type of religions, there's all type of genes.
Yeah.
Allah
Mhm.
can regulate on all. That's me. So the man is a pimp. And my God, the game is a pimp. Mastering everything is my point. So when I say it's a religion, the foundation that I was saying that, Dre Weezy, was from the nation. That was the foundation because I'm sitting here. Well, game means this. P means come on, y'all. If we gonna break it down,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why this shit get. So when I'm saying that, this is where it's rooted from.
Mm-hmm.
These are the. This is the science to the to the to the magic that you witnessed today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Power.
Power.
But
Oh, that's
that's because the alphabet God said so. That's why you can't put nothing before the pimping except power pimping. And real
hey.
pimping, you have to give reference to the P. Everybody
Real,
thinks that the P up here stands for pimp. It's really a power perspective. And perspective is really the magic wand that makes a right or wrong and a wrong or right to make anything you want it to be. If someone can give you a better perspective, then that's really out pimping, is really out gaming. You see what I'm saying?
no real shit. Straight
That's where I'm
fact.
coming from with this shit. But everybody got to have a certain foundation of knowledge to even understand really where, you know what I'm saying? Where it's
Mm-hmm.
coming from. All right, put a cast on her. I see you, LMAO. Talk to me. Tell me what you disagree with.
What's first and foremost? What's up with the pimping, man? Blessings to you and
Yeah, what's up?
everybody in the
What's
motherfucking
up?
chat, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think you be getting a little too philosophical with this
Okay,
shit
that's another
sometimes,
P. Okay,
right? Because the thing about philosophy is it could be left open for interpretation, right?
right,
And so everybody could look at the same thing a different way. And that I feel like that's the problem with the game today. Everybody is trying to look at the game from a different perspective and trying to make it fit them as opposed to them fitting the game. And the reason that is because they don't truly fit the game and they don't truly belong in the game. And so they try to twist and manipulate the game to fit them as opposed to them changing to fit the game. You dig what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Period.
And so
okay,
that brings me back to what one of the gentlemen said earlier, right? Young nigga said something about his chains and how he had action at a bitch without his chains on. And I heard him say he had been in the game since 2013, I believe he said,
Yeah.
right?
Real shit. Yeah. Real shit.
And it is now 2022. So my question to that person would be, did it take you 9 years to realize that this shit got to be in you and not on you? Did it take you 9 years to realize that you could crack a bitch without your jewelry or without the materialistic shit? Did it take a nigga 9 years to realize that?
And to answer your
Because it
question,
shouldn't have. It
yeah.
shouldn't
Hey
have.
yo.
If this
Hey
shit is really in you, it shouldn't have taken a nigga from 2013 to 2022 to realize, hey man, I could knock a bitch without the jury on. I could get a bitch to like me and choose me without the jury. You dig
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Then
I mean,
yeah,
look, go
hold
ahead,
on,
go
one
ahead.
more wait, one more thing before it
Yeah,
slid my
go ahead.
mind. Then he made another comment and he said pimps are born. You can't just wake up and decide to be a pimp, which I agree with the fact that you can't just wake up and decide to be a pimp. But I definitely disagree with the fact that pimps are born. It's not one person on this live or looking and watching this live that was born with the innate ability to understand the lifestyle that we live. Because first and foremost, this lifestyle is very complicated, and it takes
Right.
motherfuckers to even get in the game
Be
and have
it.
some experiences for them to begin to understand how deep this shit get. And
Now let me ask
so,
you this. Now, real quick. Now, very complicated being with understanding how deep it gets. Does that go with being too philosophical?
philosophical,
Philosophical? But yeah,
I
come
mean,
on, bro. Come on,
again
bro.
though, no, but
What?
again though, because again, for philosophy is left
Right.
open to interpretation. This
Well, what is
game is
philosophy?
not left open to interpretation. This game is not for a motherfucker to interpret it how he feel or interpret it, you know what I'm saying, the way that best fits his situation or scenario or his personal being. This game is not left open to interpretation. This game is what it is. This game is pimping and hoeing. And the bottom line is, if you're not pimping and you're not hoeing, you're not of the game. You're not right with the game. You're not in accordance with the game. Period. You can't fix it and, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend, but she give me money, so I'm pimping. Or, I got multiple girlfriends and they all know about each other and they giving me money, so I'm gonna call that pimping. Or, oh, I'm getting money from 3-4 square bitches and they giving me their whole check, so I could consider that pimping because it's all about perspective. No, nigga. No, nigga. And that's the problem with the game. It's too many niggas in the game that don't even understand the basics, that don't even understand
Hey,
what it means to be a pimp, what it means to be a hoe. You
hey,
got hoes that's paying niggas with marriage aspirations. You got niggas that's claiming the pimping and they fucking bitches on camera for money. Like, come on, my nigga. This shit is not
hey,
left open for interpretation. It is what it
I,
is, and it ain't what it ain't.
Okay.
I hear, and hey, bro, I'm gonna let you talk to him next, but since he addressed me first, let me answer his question. So
Well, he
first off,
really addressed me first because he came up telling me what he disagreed with. But go ahead.
but he did hit me with the 2013, and
Hey
you
man,
felt
I'm
like
up
it
here to
took me
chop it
9
with
years.
whoever
But
willing
now,
to chop it, man.
look, hey, no, I want to talk to you first, and then I'm gonna let bro get at you because I feel like you came at me first. But I'm gonna just let you know this though, like
What up, Bigger Slim?
niggas before 2013 pimping. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29. You feel me? So like before 2013, I graduated in 2011, so I was in high school. So back then, like before high school and shit, nigga, I was knocking bitches and like low key, like, you know what I'm saying, doing the young shit, nigga, flipping hoes, whoop de whoop, plugging the homies with bitches for free, whoop de whoop, da 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 da. But as I became an adult, graduate after high school, I realized, nigga, you got so much fucking game. You can make a bitch do whatever the fuck you want the bitch to do. And this is before I had all the jewelry. Keep in mind, I'm in high school, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm living with my parents at the time. All I had was one silver chain that my mama bought me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the gold watches and all the jewelry. So the reason why I'm trying to tap in on this conversation, when you said, damn, it took this nigga 9 years. No, niggas this since middle school, high school, been knocking bitches for the free. But as I became an adult and started hanging around real pimps and real plays and niggas that was telling me about the game, um, I educated myself as an adult, not high school, because I was already knocking the bitches when I didn't have nothing. So even as an adult, when I only had my one silver chain that my mama bought me, you feel me? I wasn't all big into the jewelry. I'm big into the cars. I had lowrider cars with day ends, lowriders, and all that. But I'm only 21 years old. Niggas like, oh, that's your daddy car because you got an old school? Nah, nigga, that's my car because, nigga, that's the generation that I was brought up in. But long story short, to get to it, nigga, it didn't take me 9 years to find myself that, oh, I can knock a bitch without no jewelry. Nigga, I didn't have no gold chains and all that till this year. It's nigga finally buy him some gold chains. Before I had all these gold chains, I was still pimping, still knocking hoes. You know what I'm saying? Young bitches, obviously of age, but I'm saying I'm an older nigga now, pulling snow bunnies. I don't fuck with. Look, I'm not gonna discriminate. Nobody's pimping, and I'm not trying to like bring down anybody. But all I fuck with snow bunnies, and I'm just letting y'all know that now. Ain't nothing wrong with any flavor there is, but all my bitches are snow bunnies or they Latinas. Nothing wrong with black bitches. Hey, everybody do y'all thing with black bitches. But with me, I got the type of ism or type of pimping where I can really knock down a real snow bunny who had a good home, but I can show her a better way that she don't have to depend on her parents or her family. But I'm saying in this, I was doing this before I had all this. I got all this shit this year. All I'm saying is this though. The reason why I bought all this gold chains and all that shit, at first I was a humbled ass nigga. The reason why I bought all this gold chains and all that shit, there was other pimp player partners that was around me. They like, nigga, why you wearing silver? Nigga, like, you should be wearing gold. I'm telling them niggas like, bro, the jewelry, like, nigga, I'm not really big into jewelry, nigga. I'm all just about my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, the silver chains and shit that I had on, I'm like, nigga, my mama gave me that as a present. But besides that, nigga, I'm in the cars, lowriders, you know what I'm saying? Whoopty whoop. Long story short, this year I was like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I knocked down at least like 40 toes this year. So I'm like, all right, P. You know what I'm saying? Let me show the not regardless, I'm gonna tell you right now to be 100 with you. There's no reason for you to have to impress any nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to let these niggas know
Look,
because
that's
just
not the
because
thing. Look, much love. Look, I hear you, right? But he asked you a
yeah,
question, right? It took you 9 years, right? Yeah.
yeah,
See how easy that was? Yeah, it did. So then what would be his next thing, right? Because like I say, ain't about how long, it's about how strong. What's the number nine, right? Completion and philosophical, right? Study of fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, existence, especially what considered, right? So, so that's what it means by definition. Put a cast on her. So,
Read that one more
are
time
you
for
are,
me.
are
Say
you
it one
saying
more time. What says? Spit it one more time for me.
okay? Okay, it's right. It's a study of fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So you're saying that you feel that sometimes I'm um, what studying too much knowledge of the game?
No, absolutely not. I
Because the
feel
thing
like
is
you be
this,
trying
right?
to. I
Go
feel
ahead.
like sometimes you distort. Sometimes I feel like you be distorting what the game is. Sometimes I feel like you be distorting the knowledge because
Okay,
you be trying to get a
so can you
little
give me an
too
example?
deep. You be trying to get a little too deep with it. Like, for example,
Now you did
uh,
just say the game goes real deep and it's
no, no,
complicated,
no, no, no,
right?
no,
So I
no,
don't know
no.
what too deep is.
It do
Okay,
go deep, but you be going deep on
I
in
mean,
a whole nother area that ain't like,
I mean,
okay, for example, I'm gonna give you an example, right? All the acronyms that you was just giving us for the PIMP
right,
and the ism and all that shit, all the acronyms, when really
right.
and truly in the beginning of this shit, the pimp, it wasn't no acronym for pimp. That's
Okay,
some new
now look.
shit. That it, like
But
any
now
what
you
I'm saying.
calling
Wait,
it
wait,
an
wait. Let me finish.
acronym.
Wait. Let me finish. It's an acronym. So my thing is, you could say PIMP means something, and I could turn around and say PIMP mean put it in my pocket. Another nigga say
watch me put it in
powerful
my pocket too.
Yeah, but see,
individual
that's
making
what I'm
progress.
saying, though.
Another motherfucker
Right?
say,
Look,
you know
I
what I'm
understand what you're
saying?
saying, bro. But this is what I'm saying. Look, so you're
Pussy is my profession. What I'm saying is
so
that's an
what I'm saying is
acronym, and so that
right,
could change
or I know
depending
what
on who
an
you ask.
listen, but listen, what I'm saying is right. So, right, the lack of your understanding will let you know that I wasn't saying pimp was an acronym. So, if you know about the 5% names of Christians, right? There's, do you know about that? The 5%ers, and what each letter means, and
I
then the numbers,
definitely
and
understand what the five, but that
okay.
don't got nothing
So,
to do
so
with pimping and hoeing, though.
no,
P
I
is
mean,
what
but
I'm
what it got
saying.
to do, but what it got to do is let's talk about it. Is a pimp powerful?
Most definitely.
Is it okay? Can the pimp master his power, even if it's a square? I mean, what can the pimp master himself?
I mean, a pimp is supposed to master himself. Shit,
Okay, now do you
a pimp
feel?
is
Okay,
is
now do you
respected to
feel?
be a master of himself.
Okay, now do you feel? Now, do you feel that you're a god?
Most definitely, I believe God lives within
Okay,
me.
okay.
Yes,
So if I say pimping is power, I
but
master.
again,
So
though,
hold
for
on,
me to
bro. So if I
wait,
say pimping is power, I master power. Everything I said it is what you say it is, which is
I'm not
pimping.
okay. Yes, that
That's all
is
I'm
true.
saying.
But what I'm saying is, okay, again, though, I can believe everything that you just said without being a pimp, though, bro. And so what I'm saying is, well, if we talk about pimping and hoeing, let's talk about pimping and hoeing, and let's not continue to try to attach it and link it to other shit that's not necessarily related to pimping and hoeing. Like, I get what you're saying. I
But
get
see,
it,
but
bro.
what's
But
not
again, that's
related to
all
pimping and
left
hoeing?
to
What's not related to pimping
Hey,
and
yeah,
hoeing,
hey,
though?
that's my question
No,
too.
hold on, hold
What
on,
is
hold on,
not
hold on, hold on,
related
hold
to
on.
it? Yeah,
I'm not okay.
Respectfully, hold on,
Okay. What I'm saying is
respectfully. Hold on, Dre Weezy. I'm gonna remove you, Dre Weezy, real quick. Figure Williams, you know, I'm bringing you right back.
okay. Not that it's not
Okay,
related to pimping and
let's
hoeing,
talk about it.
but what I'm
Right.
saying is the shit you talking about squares can relate to. The shit that you talking about squares can believe in. And
So God
so
forbid is it turn out a square? But go ahead. Go ahead though.
you missing my point, bro.
No, I'm not.
You
I think
missing
you're
my
missing my
point, bro. I
is
get
there a
what
top
you
to this?
saying, but my thing is
Sin
that's not definitive, brother. That shit that you talking about, that's not definitive. That's your interpretation.
or
That's
perspective.
your
Right.
ideology. That's what you
Right.
believe in. But every
Right.
pimp is not gonna repeat that. Every pimp is not
Right.
gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's what pimp means to me." Nigga, a pimp.
Right.
What I'm saying is, a nigga can still be a pimp and not believe none of that shit you just talked
Right.
about.
Right. Okay, now
Whereas
let
a
me ask
nigga
you
could
this.
be a full-fledged square and believe all of that shit you just talked about. And so again, my thing is, if we talking about pimping and hoe, or like, are we talking about pimping
Sin.
and hoeing? Or are we talking about the 5%ers? Are we talking about pimping and
Okay.
hoeing? Or are we talking? And I get what you saying. You speaking on the game as if it's a religion, and I feel
Sin.
like it should be looked
No,
at.
I'm saying this exactly, and you speaking on it like it's a game. That's my point. The thing is this, okay? Because I hear what you're saying, okay? But when we're gonna speak right, it's best to make sure we speaking in facts, okay? And I
Right,
never ever said anything that I said was law. When
right.
I say things like, "Oh, do you know what this means?" Right? It's just for thought provoking, fun because I think there ain't no top to this shit.
And that's my whole
It goes
point.
to the
See, what
highest
I'm
heights and
saying
the
is,
deepest depth. So when you say distorting the game, right? To me, if the game is distorted by what I'm saying, or you feel like it's distortion, then that's something within you. See, that's the thing because the thing is you know who know by you saying what I do with pimping and hoeing, right? That's slick talk. Because what don't have to do with pimping and hoeing? What don't? I mean, what don't? The pimp, the hoe, and everything under that. What don't have to do? How you gonna teach the bitch how to break the square world if you can't say something that the squares
but
could relate to?
okay, and so my thing is, I can teach a square bitch how to break on a trick without teaching her the 5%er rules. I could teach a bitch how to break on a trick without going into any type of religion or any type of ideologies or any type of any of that shit. I can teach a bitch how to break on a trick.
So how you gonna teach her how to be a hoe?
What do you mean?
How you gonna teach her how to be a
I
hoe?
don't teach bitches how to be a hoe. I'm not a hoe, so I can't teach a bitch how to be a hoe. I
Oh,
can give a
really?
bitch game on how to manipulate a man. I can teach a bitch how to manipulate a man because I'm a man and I know how men are easily manipulated. But I can't teach a bitch how to sell her pussy.
I mean, is that all hoes do?
No, and that's my whole point. I can't teach a bitch how to sell her pussy, but I could teach a bitch how to sell some game.
Okay, now that
So
sound
I
like some hoe.
and so I
That
can't
sound like
teach a
teaching
bitch
her how to
how
be
to
a hoe.
hoe, but I can teach a bitch how to sell some game. I could teach a bitch how to manipulate a man.
So that's not hoeing.
Excuse me?
That's not hoeing.
Yes, it's hoeing, but it's not.
Okay, so then you
I'm not
can't teach her
teaching
how
a
to
bitch
hoe.
how to
Listen,
sell
look,
her
look, look.
pussy,
So
bro.
then you can't teach. I didn't say nothing about prostitution.
You did just say you could teach a bitch how to sell her pussy. How you gonna teach a bitch how to sell her pussy?
No, I didn't. I said how to be a hoe, and you said I'm not a hoe. I can't teach a bitch how to
Okay,
sell her pussy.
and my point is still, I'ma still stand on what I said. I can teach a bitch how to sell some game or how to break on a trick
So you
without
know how you
going
say you
into
can
any
still stand, right?
ideologies or
So you know
without
how you can
going
say
into the
still
rules of the
stand.
5%ers or without
Look, you
going
know how you
into
say
any
you
of
can
that
still
philosophical
stand, right?
shit. Huh?
But your standing ain't still right now. You see what I'm saying? Perspective. You can still stand. What kind of still? Because your standing ain't still right now. That's my point. See, so like I say, it's different understandings. That still could be STILL or it could be ST what EAL, right?
Bro,
Your
it
standing,
felt
or it
like
could
you
be
going into some whole
STEEL, right?
etymology
Your
shit.
standing
I'm
ain't
gonna be
still.
honest with you. I ain't study etymology. You feel me? I'm
I
not
mean, we
no
talking about
etymology
words. We talking
expert.
about words.
No,
Your standing ain't still. STEEL, right? Like steel, like iron, steel. See, your standing ain't still. So you could still stand, but if my perspective on how you're standing is still or not, that's my perspective because your actions are showing your standing ain't still, but you still standing. So my whole point is this, right? Is different understandings, is different tiers, right? I already explained this. And that's why I say, you know, I be conflicted because I understand there's people new in the game and want to hear that. Then there's people that's already been in the game, and right. Then there's people that at a certain level to where they. So it's different levels of understanding where I'm at. But there's no such thing as too much knowledge. What kind of shit? A man only knows what he
I
teaches
never
himself.
said nothing about too much knowledge, show. I never said nothing about too much knowledge. What I said was the shit that you saying could be left open for interpretation. What I'm
And
saying
what's
is
wrong with that? See, what you have to understand is this, right? We all could have this shit fucked up. Don't nobody just know, but you know because you feel the conviction in your spirit. That's how you know. I'm saying the game should be more of a religion than just the game. I feel like calling it the game ain't doing it enough justice. Because if you're looking at it just like a game, well, shit, the first time you might get an injury, the first time something bad, you know what I'm saying? You might want to quit. But your spirit, you're
but
gonna
my
go through,
thing.
but you're gonna go through persecution. Or go ahead. What?
I fuck with you, show. I want you. Hey,
Let
for
me
the
know,
record,
son.
my nigga, I'll fuck with you,
Well,
man. Nigga,
you know I
don't
fuck with
never
you
get it
too.
twisted. I'll fuck with you, my nigga. But look, right,
Right.
it's crazy because
But look, I understand what you're saying. And that's when I'll be like my conflict, right? Because I don't want to, honestly, I feel like I'll be doing a disservice, right? To encourage new people to try to get in the game, right? That's just me being honest. I feel like I'll be doing a disservice to encourage it, right? However, I do understand that for people, you know what I'm saying, that's wanting to get in the game, how I could be like, so I get it. And I could understand how it could be distorted to someone with a lack of understanding. That's all. Just
okay,
a
boom.
lack of.
So
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
so
ahead.
glad you said that, right? It could be distorted to a motherfucker with the lack of understanding, right? And so my thing is, that's the majority of motherfuckers, Shove. The
Right.
majority of
So
motherfuckers lack the understanding, and you confusing these people, getting a little too deep, talking about some shit that only real pimps is gonna understand. Only
so
real
then let me
motherfuckers
ask you
that's
then.
deep in the game is gonna understand. You talking
So now
about a
let me
whole
ask you
bunch
this.
of deep ass shit,
Yeah.
and a lot of
Watch
these
this.
simple motherfuckers don't even understand what a pimp and a hoe is, let alone all that
Right.
deep ass shit you trying to get into, P.
So basically you saying the pimping and the hoeing is gonna understand what I'm saying. And the squares are gonna be confused. So it sounds like I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do it.
I mean, yes and no, because you see, at the same time, you got to understand that it's a lot of square motherfuckers that come to this motherfucking platform seeking understanding, seeking the knowledge,
Well,
seeking information. And if these motherfuckers is coming on here seeking information and seeking knowledge about the game, some of these motherfuckers could have pure intentions and could be coming on here truly seeking the game because they want to do right by it. And if they coming on here and they getting confused with a whole bunch of different perspectives about one profession or one lifestyle, then it's like, damn, I don't know which way to go. I don't know to go left. I don't know to go right. So I'm gonna just do what the fuck I feel is best. And if these motherfuckers is confused and don't really have the game within them or don't really truly understand the game, then them doing what they feel is best is not always right, P. And so my thing is, you know, my nigga, let's just keep it black and white. You know, the majority of motherfuckers come to your platform because they either want to chop game, they seeking game, they want to understand the
no,
game.
I honestly, I think the majority, honestly, is entertainment. I already did this poll. See, look, everything you're saying, right? Put a cast on it. I agree with you.
I know you
I've
do.
been conflicted.
That's
Everything
why I
you're
fuck
saying,
with you, cause I know you
look,
do. But the philosophy teacher in you is still trying to take it in another direction.
well, because what it is this, right? That's the beauty of this shit. You see what I'm saying? This ain't scripted. This ain't wrote down. This ain't, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, there ain't no top. People say there's levels, right? Levels go high and levels go low. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, you know, it's the conviction. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have my own book in the Bible, for example. You know what I mean? And I'm not, you know, trying to follow a path. I just know that uh, what I've experienced through life, coming to this game, ups and downs, right? So a lot of times, certain things might not be unlocked in a person's mind unless they've been through a certain thing, right? That's the way that they were able to even earn or be granted another level of understanding of shit. See, and that's the whole thing. You know, so when it's P perspective, when I say perspective, right? Because like I say, that perspective is definitely just outside the box. Now I understand you understand people, oh, we're using perspective distorting the game, right? Well, maybe the game needs to be distorted a little bit if that's the case. Because the game's already been distorted. To be honest, that's the whole point. I really want to say, like I say, a religion. Sinful to P, he ain't here, right? And I was thinking, I saw one of his things, thinking about his name the other day, where I say sinful to P, right? And if you really think about that, right? We all sinful P's. Come on, man. And that's the thing. Or what? Or we all sinners full of this pimping? You see what I'm saying? But only perspective will show you that.
Seeing you hear this nigga, man.
I mean, what? Me and Sin, what? We know, but I mean, what? Me and Sin been down Hollywood Boulevard, Sin about to beat up niggas, hit niggas over there with the guitars and all that shit. I know, Sin me, what? See, that's what you have to understand.
No, I know you do, P. I know you. I know you
But
do.
my thing is
I'm
this
just
though, right? But my thing is this, right? If I'm confusing you about your pimping, then that's something about your pimping. Because you wouldn't care,
nah.
because
You
I
ain't
don't feel
never
like I'm doing a
confusing me about this
disservice. Well,
pimping,
let me
nigga.
know
Cause one
something.
thing about
Because
it,
I
this
don't let me know
pimping ain't
something.
confusing to me. This pimping and
Let me
hoeing,
know.
this game, this lifestyle, ain't nothing about it confusing to me. That's these other square ass
Okay.
niggas coming to this motherfucker with their girlfriends, getting some money and claiming this pimping, nigga. They confused. Ain't nothing about this game
Right.
confusing me. My thing is, it's a whole lot of squares on this motherfucker that could get the wrong interpretation, and it's already enough squares in the game that got the wrong interpretation about the game. That's my only thing. And so my thing is
And it's
this.
a whole lot of pimps and hoes that call themselves that they got the wrong interpretation. You see what I'm saying?
That's my point.
But
And
let
so
me
my
ask you
thing
this.
is, you
But let,
should. I feel like I
see
feel
them
like
feelings,
your
right? Them
platform
feelings,
is
them feelings. Go ahead. Go ahead.
right. No, I hear
Because
you. No, I
feelings
hear
ain't
you.
facts, but they're
No,
real
I
to
feel
you.
you. No, I
But
feel
that
you.
don't.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
you. But no, and I totally agree with you, right? And so I'm gonna continue with what I said. I feel your platform, and this is just all due respect to you, P. I feel like your platform is big enough and powerful enough to help correct some of the wrongs within the game today, right? Just like Dino, just like a few of these other platforms, I feel like y'all kind of, a lot of people tune in to y'all, and I feel like y'all kind of got the power to, you know what I'm saying, change the narrative. Y'all got the power to change the narrative, and I feel like y'all not using y'all power correctly, if
Okay.
for lack of better words. You feel me? I just
Okay.
feel
Now
like,
right
and
there.
that, like I said
Now
again,
right
that's just
there.
all respect to you, because I feel
Okay.
like
Okay.
motherfuckers
Now
come to
all
this
respect.
platform with respect. They come to this platform knowing
Okay.
this is a game oriented platform. This is a
Okay.
platform that niggas respect, ran by a nigga that niggas respect. And so that's really all it is. I feel like, nigga, you powerful enough with this platform to help change the narrative with all this goofy shit that's going on, P. That's it.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Now thank you for that. Now watch this. Okay. We're gonna make this gonna be look how easy this is. Would changing the narrative be an example of, hey guys, uh, this game should be more like a religion and not a game? Would changing the narrative be like, hey guys, take the pimping off you, but keep it in you? Because the laws are thinking that pimping is human trafficking now. So now what you got to do is make sure you keep the pimping in you, but don't worry because whatever's in you is going to come out of you. Would that be changing the narrative, bro? Would that be changing the narrative saying, look, make sure
Okay,
y'all got businesses?
so with that being said, carry on, good brother.
But look,
Carry on.
thank you.
Long as
And
we
look, and
have
I
a mutual
appreciate it.
understanding,
And I know you're like, one
because
day I'm about to go up there and you see what I'm
now I
saying?
feel like we didn't came to a mutual understanding. And so with that being said, carry on, my brother. As long as you
Much
understand where
love.
I'm coming from, and now I have a clearer understanding of where you coming from and why you doing what you doing, carry on, my brother. Blessed are you.
And look, and one more thing. I just want to leave you with this, right? Just so you can understand. The seed of this page, right? A lot of people might not know this, right? The seed of this page was really for the squares. It wasn't for the game. The seed of the page was to have squares
Oh,
come up
you
with all their
failed.
little square ass issues and problems, right?
You
And
failed
then
with
they
that.
leave with a peace perspective. You see what I'm saying? So then when they go tell their people, oh, I got this good advice, and guess what? What it came from a pen.
Right,
That's how I
right.
was going to try to change the narrative. Like that's how the page, like that's what the goal was. You see what I'm saying?
No, I do. And
That's
like
what
I
the
said,
goal
that's why I
was.
said carry
So,
on, my brother. Look, I ain't trying to run away from you. I got gang
okay, much
interrupting me
love, brother.
calling my phone. I'm gonna be right back in a minute.
Okay. Thank you, though. Thank you. All right. And we got the museum again.
What's going
Simple,
on with it?
simple to peace. What's up? How you doing, Sid?
Oh man, blessed to see another day. I see you done got things started real early, man.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't, it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But you had made a statement and you said that all of us, man, he said sinful. And I like the way you slid. He said sinful to peace.
Right,
All of us are sinful to peace. Um, yes and no.
right.
And the reason why I had to just come on and just give a little clarity and show charity to the game is because we, of course, if you're going biblical with it, if you're going spiritual with it, then the truth is, yes, we all have a sinful nature.
Right.
But at the same particular time, you know that to him that knoweth to do good and do it not, to him it is sin. If a person is in ignorance, then no, it wouldn't be counted to them, as sin. So no, everybody is not sinful because that would mean that you're full, of sin. And then in order for you to even have the mentality of a sinful individual, you must know what sin is, and then after understanding what it is, you're still getting into a continuity of practicing it. That's what makes you sinful. It's the fact that you know to do good and you still do evil.
And what's the other one I said, Sin?
Pertaining to what? Sinful?
Yep. And then I said, because look, you so vicious. That's why I had to make sure I put my insurance on myself. Then I remember I said this. Then I said, or you could be in sin, right? And full of pimping, right? So,
Okay, but watch
but
this.
you spell, but it's not spelled like that. Go ahead, go ahead.
There's people that's in the lifestyle. There's people
Right,
that's in carnality that don't know they're in carnality. So
right,
reality is, how could I be charged for something that I'm ignorant of? You see what I'm saying? If the Most High was to charge you for something that you're ignorant of, he would be just like man. Because, see, if you go to a certain location and you don't know the law of the land, guess what? They don't give a fuck. You can't be able to say in the courtroom, well, I didn't know. Well, sorry that you didn't know, but you're going to still do
You're
this
gonna say
time.
no. Right, right,
So, but with God, he, you know what I mean, is different. He's merciful. He's not the same. Therefore, it wouldn't be counted to them as sin. It's just like a baby or a child. You know what I mean? Babies and children, infants, prepubescent, children and things like that. They don't know that they're doing wrong in a spiritual sense. So that's why they could never be sinful. You see what I'm saying? And so we have some adults in that capacity that's just like children. They're totally ignorant. It's just like with the Apostle Paul when he was killing the people of God and he was a blasphemer. He still obtained mercy. Why? Because he was ignorant. So what am I saying? When you're ignorant, it's just like in the game. You have some people that's in error because they green as hell.
Right. Look,
They
we got to
doing
start this
anything.
right back. Look, 3 says been an hour.